Carbon monoxide is an odorless, tasteless, colorless gas that in high concentrations can cause illness to humans, and in the most significant of concentrations can kill human beings. It's actually called the silent killer. Oftentimes, if there's a faulty heating or ventilation system that fails to clear the carbon monoxide, the exposure then emanates into the air around where people are either working or sleeping. These symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning include severe headaches. In some instances, it can be emotional instability, severe respiratory problems, and as we move forward into a further exposure, you find that people often sustain memory loss and neuromuscular dysfunction, meaning that they begin to lose their gait or are unable to function in a normal fashion and on an everyday basis. The understanding of exposure can occur through the symptoms that I had mentioned earlier, whether that be severe headaches, respiratory problems. If someone is experiencing long-term sleep apnea issues, those type of things, there are often markers of there being some sort of problem in the air around you that needs to be further investigated. Carbon monoxide exposure has a short half-life. What that means is that as long as you take yourself out of the environment that exposes you to carbon monoxide and are able to flush that out of your blood system, that can occur relatively in a short frame of time. However, if someone has long-term exposure to carbon monoxide, then we find that oftentimes they aren't able to regenerate. Whatever symptoms that they've experienced can certainly become permanent. With regard to our full service representation of a client, that begins with putting the client at ease. They've just suffered a terrible loss or some sort of trauma, and we understand that they need to be guided in terms of what to do next, whether that be to get in touch with their medical providers or whether it be to seek redress through the courts. We want to make sure that the client from start to finish is able to be taken care of in the best way possible.